When it comes to the most badass and formidable birds on the planet, most people immediately think of names like eagles or hawks. Legendary birds of prey known for their razor-sharp talons and incredible flying abilities. But few would expect that a bird often associated with Thanksgiving dinners, the turkey, actually possesses a surprising amount of strength and fighting instinct. Turkeys are often underestimated, perhaps because of their bulky, slow-moving appearance, which doesn't seem nearly as cool as that of birds of prey. However, the truth might surprise you. Turkeys are not only capable of defending themselves against predators, but they can even take down eagles and hawks in a direct confrontation. And in this video, we're going to witness some of those incredible moments firsthand. The wild turkey, Meleagris gallopavo, is native to North America and has roamed the forests, grasslands, and scrublands of the continent for thousands of years. Despite its name, the bird has nothing to do with the country Turkey. Early European settlers mistakenly believed the bird had been imported through Turkey, and the name stuck. In reality, the turkey is a true native of the New World, deeply embedded in Native American culture and ecology long before European contact. Adult wild turkeys are impressive in size, with males, toms, reaching up to 4 feet in length and weighing between 16 to 24 pounds, while females, hens, are smaller, typically around 8 to 12 pounds. Their plumage, often mistaken for dull brown at a glance, is actually iridescent, shimmering with shades of bronze, green, and copper when caught in the right light. Males also feature striking fan-shaped tails, a fleshy snood that hangs over the beak, and bright red wattles on their neck and throat, adding to their dramatic appearance. Turkeys thrive in a wide range of habitats, from dense woodlands to open clearings and farmland edges. Their ideal environment includes a mix of trees for roosting, open ground for foraging, and thick underbrush for nesting. This adaptability allows them to coexist near rural towns, golf courses, and even suburban trails, often bringing them into close contact with both humans and other wildlife. But with this overlap of territory comes confrontation. Areas where turkeys forage for insects, seeds, and berries are often the same hunting grounds for aerial predators like hawks and eagles. These raptors see turkeys, especially juveniles, as potential prey. What they don't expect, however, is just how fiercely turkeys can fight back. And in one particularly remarkable encounter, a hawk, a bird of prey famed for its speed, precision, and lightning-fast strikes, dared to attack a turkey. From the hawk's perspective, the turkey probably seemed like an easy target, large, slow-moving, and unlikely to put up much of a fight. However, what the hawk didn't anticipate was this. While the turkey appeared timid and hesitant to fight back, it was far from careless or easy to overpower. Instead of launching a fierce counterattack, the turkey displayed incredible cunning and quick thinking. It stayed highly alert, reading every movement and attack attempt from the hawk and dodging strategically in ways that made it almost impossible for the predator to land a clean, decisive blow. And then, the unthinkable happened. In a brief moment of weakness from the predator, the turkey suddenly struck. It lunged upward with a burst of strength, flapped its powerful wings, and spun its body to reverse the momentum, slamming the hawk down onto the ground. What followed was an extraordinary reversal of roles. The hawk, now pinned beneath the turkey's hefty, agile frame, had its neck held down by sharp claws and a relentless beak. The turkey stood tall, wings spread wide over its opponent like a shield of dominance, eyes sharp and focused. For a few tense seconds, nature revealed a rare twist. The prey had become the victor, and the mighty hunter lay trapped in its own failed ambush. What's especially impressive is that the hawk is no ordinary predator. It ranks among the most efficient and deadly birds of prey on the planet. Renowned for its ability to dive from great heights, its razor-sharp talons, and near-perfect targeting skills. Evading an attack from such a formidable hunter is no small feat. It's something most smaller creatures rarely survive. Yet through sheer awareness and razor-sharp survival instincts, the turkey not only managed to protect itself, but even left the hawk flustered and off balance. Unable to secure its prey, the hawk eventually gave up, conceding defeat to an opponent that at first glance had seemed far less powerful. Amid the quiet setting of a golf match, where players expect nothing more than precise swings and intense focus, an unexpected scene unfolded that brought everything to a halt. The sudden appearance of a snake, silently slithering across the green in search of food, unintentionally sparked chaos. Not because the people panicked, but because of two unexpected visitors, a pair of wild turkeys, seemingly awakened by their fierce predatory instincts. At first, only one turkey noticed the snake and immediately charged in without hesitation. It began pecking rapidly, trying to take control of the situation. Just seconds later, another turkey joined the battle, and at that point, the snake was hopelessly outmatched. The two large, agile, and surprisingly strategic birds coordinated their attacks brilliantly. One targeted the snake's tail, limiting its movement, while the other relentlessly pecked and applied pressure to its head. On the open, unobstructed expanse of the golf course, with no bushes or hiding spots in sight, the snake had nowhere to run. It was trapped between two sides, with every escape route cut off by the turkey's speed and agility. Perhaps realizing there was no way out, the snake seemed to stop resisting, surrendering to its fate in despair. What seemed like a simple encounter turned out to be a vivid demonstration of the turkey's intelligence and their highly effective group fighting skills. A surprising show of prowess from a bird often underestimated in the animal kingdom. Have you ever imagined a turkey charging at a big, long, dangerous snake? It might sound almost impossible, but one lucky person happened to witness, and capture on video, an incredibly rare moment. A turkey, while foraging, suddenly spotted a large snake slithering nearby. Without a hint of hesitation, the turkey lunged forward, attacking the snake with astonishing speed and determination. What unfolded next went completely against what most people would expect from a battle between a bird and a snake. Normally, you'd think the snake, armed with its natural predatory instincts, would coil around its opponent, immobilize it, and gradually overpower its prey. But that wasn't the case. It was the turkey that completely dominated the encounter. It launched a flurry of fierce pecks, tore at the snake, and shook it violently, leaving the snake disoriented, unable to fight back or find an escape. This wasn't just an ordinary skirmish between two animals. It was a vivid reminder that turkeys, often underestimated, are truly fierce warriors in the wild. Across a vast field blanketed in lush green grass, where everything seemed peaceful and still, a lone turkey was leisurely strolling, enjoying the fresh air and open space. But the tranquility didn't last long. In a flash, its sharp eyes caught a strange movement, a snake quietly emerging from its hiding spot, possibly in search of prey or simply relocating to a new shelter. Without a moment's hesitation, the turkey's hunting instincts kicked in. Like a warrior springing into action, it charged straight at the snake, startling it. Caught off guard by the turkey's speed and fierce reaction, the snake tried to retreat back into hiding, but it was already too late. With impressive speed and unwavering determination, the turkey quickly closed the distance and clamped down firmly on the snake's body with its strong, hard beak. And it didn't stop there. Using its brute strength, the turkey dragged the snake out of its shelter and into the open field, a space where the snake had no cover, no escape. Out in the open, the turkey began delivering its finishing move. Using its powerful legs equipped with sharp claws, it repeatedly stomped on the snake's body with precise, forceful blows. This wasn't just instinct, it was a highly effective strategy. Each strike further weakened the snake, stripping away its ability to resist and swiftly bringing an end to the encounter. At a beautiful and peaceful farm, home to all kinds of animals from poultry to livestock, an unexpected story unfolded. The farm's owner, a man who loved nature, had created a harmonious environment where animals could live freely. But even in such an ideal setting, natural instincts can sometimes erupt with surprising intensity. One day, as everything seemed calm and normal, a goose, perhaps out of curiosity or simply poor judgment, boldly challenged a massive turkey. Maybe the goose misread the situation, thinking its relatively large size would allow it to dominate, but reality proved to be quite the opposite. Right after the first clash, an intense battle broke out. The two birds lunged at each other, biting and pecking with their beaks and striking with their wings. The chaotic sounds of the struggle echoed across the farm, prompting the farmer to rush to the scene. It took him some effort, and a sturdy stick, to finally separate the two fighters. Yet even after being pulled apart, the turkey wasn't ready to let it go. As the goose fled in panic, the turkey immediately gave chase, seemingly determined to teach its opponent a lesson it wouldn't forget. What's fascinating is that a turkey's aggression isn't always provoked by anything specific. In many cases, they can become extremely combative without clear cause. Perhaps it's because turkeys, with their large size and superior strength compared to many other birds, are keenly aware of their physical advantage. This self-awareness often drives them to assert dominance, attacking other animals simply to reinforce their authority in their environment. So, this small farmyard skirmish wasn't just a clash between two barnyard birds, it was a vivid glimpse into how instinct, strength, and the natural order are always at play, even in the most peaceful of settings. On a quiet country road, a man was leisurely driving along when he suddenly had to slam on the brakes. Right before him, by the roadside, was an astonishing and unusual scene: a turkey fiercely attacking something writhing on the ground. At first, he couldn't quite tell what was happening, but within seconds, he realized the turkey was engaged in a full-blown battle with a snake, showing absolutely no sign of fear. While many other birds might have fled at the sight of a dangerous serpent, this turkey took complete control of the situation, appearing even more aggressive than its opponent. It clamped its strong beak onto the snake's body, trying to pin down the writhing creature as it struggled to break free. However, the snake wasn't about to surrender easily. In a final effort to defend itself, it slipped out of the turkey's initial grip and struck back. The turkey narrowly dodged the first bite, displaying lightning-fast reflexes. But on the second strike, the snake managed to sink its fangs into the turkey's neck, making the fight more intense than ever. Yet instead of panicking or retreating, the turkey only became more ferocious. Using its powerful legs, it repeatedly stomped hard onto the snake's body, preventing it from biting or moving any further. With the battle now clearly in its favor, the turkey delivered the finishing blow. It clamped down firmly on the snake's head with a powerful bite, ending the fight swiftly and decisively. Along one of Washington, D.C.'s most popular and well-traveled trails, the Anacostia Riverwalk Trail, an unusual and somewhat alarming incident stirred up quite a bit of attention, leaving many pedestrians and cyclists wary as they passed through the area. But the main character in this story wasn't a thief or a dangerous wild animal as one might expect. It was a wild male turkey. According to videos recorded and shared on social media by locals, this turkey displayed highly unusual and aggressive behavior, repeatedly chasing after cyclists and pedestrians along the trail, as if it were fiercely defending its territory from intruders. In one particularly striking clip, a cyclist riding at a leisurely pace was suddenly charged by the turkey, forcing him to stop and use his bike as a shield to avoid being pecked or injured. Several witnesses reported that the turkey had been appearing in the area almost daily and seemed to have lost any fear of humans. Some locals even joked that the turkey had become so accustomed to human presence that its natural behavior had shifted. Instead of avoiding people, as most wild animals typically do, it boldly confronted them, aggressively chasing and harassing anyone it perceived as trespassing on its turf. The wild turkey have a notorious reputation for being one of the dumbest birds in North America. They have exceptional eyesight, but they are not known for being the brightest bulb when compared to other birds. Of course, this may lead to a wrongful assumption that these animals are extremely vulnerable to predators and other dangerous creatures. This is not the case at all. When they need to be, wild turkeys know how to fight back and do it with a stunning ferocity that seems to go against their otherwise seemingly docile nature, especially if they are forced to defend their young. We are assuming that is what was happening in this fascinating video out of Northern California. Some people were just passing by when they saw this turkey attacking a snake. It is not just any snake either. It is a highly venomous rattlesnake. Amazingly, the hen keeps pecking away at the serpent until it is dead. We may never look at turkeys the same way again. This hen was absolutely determined to make sure the deadly serpent was dead before she moved on. Of course, the snake cannot possibly eat a full-grown turkey, but her chicks might make a perfect snake for the slithering serpent. We do not see any in this video, but we think it is a safe bet they are hiding somewhere nearby. If she does not have any young, perhaps she is just acting on pure instinct. Many animals are seemingly conditioned to associate snakes with danger. It is one of the reasons many believe house cats will jump at the sight of a cucumber on the floor. It is in their instincts to be wary of a potentially venomous creature. In a quiet corner of a backyard, an unexpected interaction unfolds between two of the most recognizable birds in the avian world, a turkey and a peacock. The turkey, unusually alert and agitated, begins to pursue the peacock across the ground. With its feathers slightly flared and body held low, it delivers several forceful kicks, each one directed with surprising intent. This is not a random outburst, but likely a moment of territorial assertion, a behavior not uncommon among turkeys, especially during breeding seasons or when defending perceived space. The peacock, larger but less confrontational, chooses not to respond in kind. Instead, it evades the aggression, maintaining distance while keeping a watchful eye on its pursuer. The moment ends as abruptly as it began. As the turkey closes in, the peacock suddenly takes flight, ascending gracefully onto a nearby metal fence, beyond the turkey's reach and out of danger. The turkey, still pacing below, eventually retreats. Such brief encounters remind us that even in seemingly domestic or controlled environments, birds retain their wild instincts: territory, dominance, and the will to escape when necessary. In the state of Minnesota, an event unfolded that seemed straight out of a science fiction movie, yet it happened in real life. A woman was piloting her personal drone, capturing the beauty of the wild landscape, unaware that her flight was about to be dramatically and violently interrupted by an unexpected air defense force, a mother turkey. The drone hovered quietly just above the ground when, without warning, a hen turkey launched upward at remarkable speed, as if she had locked onto her target. In a split second, she leapt high into the air and delivered a powerful peck to the drone, sending it crashing to the earth. But the attack did not end there. The turkey immediately closed in, furiously pecking, kicking, and trampling the fallen device, determined to neutralize what she perceived as an invader. The drone's operator stood in stunned disbelief. She had never imagined such an intense reaction from a bird like a turkey. But as she cautiously approached the crash site, the reason for the turkey's fierce aggression became clear. Nestled in the nearby grass, a brood of tiny, vulnerable chicks was hidden, their safety precarious. It was instinct, pure and powerful. The mother turkey, driven by the primal urge to protect her young, had not hesitated to confront a strange airborne threat. There is nothing more formidable than a mother defending her offspring. and in this case, the turkey proved no exception. The life cycle of a wild turkey begins in early spring. As daylight lengthens and the air warms, male turkeys, known as toms, begin their courtship rituals. With feathers fanned, heads glowing in red and blue, and gobbles echoing through the trees, they compete for the attention of nearby females. These dramatic displays serve both to attract mates and to establish dominance within the flock. Once mating is complete, the female, called a hen, slips away from the crowd to find a secluded nesting site. Hidden beneath brush or tucked into tall grasses, she lays a clutch of up to 14 eggs. For nearly 4 weeks, she sits in near silence, risking her safety to protect her future brood from predators and the elements. When the chicks, called poults, hatch, they are precocial, meaning they are able to walk and feed within hours. With their mother leading the way, they begin exploring the world almost immediately, foraging for seeds, insects, and berries. These early days are critical, as danger is ever present. Hawks, foxes, snakes, and raccoons pose constant threats, and only the most alert and lucky poults will survive. As summer fades into fall, the young turkeys grow more independent. They begin to form flocks, often separating by gender. Toms become more solitary and territorial, while hens remain social and form stable groups. By this time, they have learned to roost high in trees to avoid ground predators, a key behavior that helps many survive the harsh winter ahead. Through each season, the turkey plays an ecological role. By scratching at the forest floor, they aerate soil and spread seeds. Their presence affects insect populations and supports the food chain as both foragers and prey. But beyond their biology, turkeys also hold cultural importance. Once on the brink of extinction due to overhunting, wild turkeys are now a conservation success story, thanks to decades of habitat restoration and protection. More than just a holiday symbol, the wild turkey is a living testament to resilience, adaptability, and maternal courage. From the fierce devotion of a hen defending her chicks to the timeless echo of a gobble at dawn, the story of the wild turkey is one of nature's great narratives, rich with meaning, purpose, and power. Through these seemingly bizarre, yet 100% real events, from turkeys overpowering snakes on golf courses, chasing off hawks and eagles, to causing chaos on hiking trails and even attacking drones, we not only witness the surprising strength and bravery of turkeys, but also uncover a deeper lesson about how humans often misjudge or underestimate the value of wild birds. In the world of birds, power isn't just measured by sharp talons or wide wingspans. Sometimes it lies in intelligence, lightning-fast reflexes, and a fierce survival instinct. Turkeys, often dismissed as ordinary farm birds with little value beyond the dinner table, have proven they can become formidable warriors when threatened, even actively defending their territory against top-tier predators. From our perspective, as a channel dedicated to the fascinating world of birds, we believe these stories aren't just entertaining. They also help shift public perception, shedding light on the role, personality, and biological importance of wild birds. Every species has its own remarkable qualities, and when placed within its natural environment, no creature is ever truly ordinary. If you're fascinated by incredible bird behavior, unexpected showdowns, and colorful insights into the avian world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community. Together, we'll continue to explore even more amazing wonders, often hidden in the creatures we thought we already knew. See you in the next video.